Chapter 3, A Kappa Journalist Guide. Like, to actually achieve that level is like groundbreaking, is like the hair to the skull, a difficult hairstyle, uh, just ethereal, dog. Like, some too, every glow too beautiful for the world. The first time I seen somebody get a glow, and then looking at something like a journalist and like Last Dragon, something like that, is it's all type dedication pieces. Like, they dedicated pieces to Urkel, yeah. But some days people can't say nothing. They're out there on their own. You call and they kinda there, they kinda not there. And somewhere in there, like, you just can't get through. I mean, you one problem after another. Too many guns pointed at your head. I imagine it's hard to say anything you want to say. And yeah, that's just where some people go in life, where they build up to like this climate change, such as having a gun. A certain weather will make you want to own a gun. Like, there's such things as forecasts as a 4 season thing that you got to be prepared for the seasons in life. That just like a flood happens to a harvest, or maybe a drought happens to a harvest, these are all things that lead up to like being a Kappa journalist guide. At the end of the day, where does the main result of the story go to? A journalist. One day we're all gonna have our name on some type broadcast, some type guided, step by step oration of like this podium of just like breaking down every guided meditated step of how this is my story, this is how it was told, and this just some sweet for some journalists, you know what I'm saying? But looking at certain characters, certain set of characters, like, it takes a good piece of heart from the story. Like, most people call it having them dreams or visions. I call it the gift of touch from a god or goddess. You looking for a breakthrough. A breakthrough is usually groundbreaking. And most breakthroughs are groundbreaking probably happens mentally. I guess, man, like, speaking from a goddess perspective of like lightning, being struck in the eye with lightning, that some days life presents elements every day before us that just explain too much. And have we seen it maybe through the eyes of somebody that's a god or goddess that's done it before? God warns you. Even something simple like going out in the rain. Of course, it feels good to go out in the rain, but it's not healthy to just sit there wet. It causes pneumonia. So, yeah, you got to watch out for very unhuman like characteristics. Like I said, just because it's raining don't mean you get to like play in the rain. You know what I'm saying? Most people say something, if it's gonna rain, are you gonna get wet or not? But there's such elements where you could be struck by lightning and rain and die. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy like that. Or sunshine, a day too hot, maybe you could die from exhaustion of heat. Like, if I looked at a goddess that exhausted all choices as far as doing something and wanted so bad that it even be a host over like a journalist, yeah, it touches very untapped potential. Yeah. Like, a variation would start with like strength maybe and changing your tone, but some days, I guess when you feel like the pressure the most, when you can't think of nothing at all, like that climate change, is this those days was always been right there before you, something that you should have reported years ago and never did, and it just come back blasting, whether it be climate change or just anything like Formula 51 type shit. I ain't playing. As you get older, you see shit. I'm almost 40, so yes, I've seen some things in life that scare the living hell out of me. And the things that scare, it's not that it should scare you. It's a sight of things to come. I mean, if this is like the present of the future, or maybe just a gift of a present, that's some in-depth shit, Reggie. Man, that's some in-depth stuff. I'll let her hear you tell a long piece about that. How many different ways God has put that. And it all starts from something like, as a journalist reading, like the current of air in your room. Did you know if you try with all your strength to read the current in your room, it says something like a police laboratory degree of weather that is today. It shows you that the police is in your house some days, just trying to read the air. There's such things as like cheese with air, that if you cheat the air to be like groundbreaking mentally as a vision, it's like the oracle. It bends like thoughts. And that's a groundbreaking like breakthrough mentally. To have like a journalist groundbreaking thought. And some days it's not so much having your thoughts as long as just reporting what you see. Because most people start with themselves for a breakthrough. A breakthrough comes from the inside, or maybe it comes from an outside force. Because the breakthrough may not be something you're capable of, but if you go through this with the god or a goddess, this is the breakthrough you have. Huh. I'm sorry how you did that. Man, I'm tired.